Very pleased today to present AB 1013, which will require Type 48 licensees to offer for sale or for free to customers simple drug testing devices such as test strips that can detect the presence of controlled substances that are commonly used to spike or lace an individual's drink. Now, as we all know, we have a crisis with fentanyl in the state of California. It is not the only crisis that we have in the world of drugs. And as a matter of fact, we have a crisis that's taking place that's resulting in sexual assault that's targeting primarily women and members of the LGBTQ communities. I'd like to start by accepting the committee amendments and would like to thank the committee staff for their work on this bill. The underreported epidemic of drink spiking continues to plague California and the entire world. Unfortunately, drink spiking is often used to facilitate the commission of other crimes, such as sexual assault and rape. For the last 2 years, a number of articles published in news stories around the country have indicated an uptick in drink spiking, or at least bring our attention back to the serious crime that often goes underreported and overlooked. By way of example, I have members of my staff that have been roofied. There are members of the legislative body that have been roofied. There are members of the third house that I've spoken with that have been roofied. Drink spiking is often an elusive crime. It can be difficult to catch perpetrators in the act. Additionally, victims who have already been drugged may be disoriented, incapacitated, appear to be inebriated, unable to identify or communicate who the perpetrator may be, or may not even know who spiked their drink in the first place. Once someone has had their drink spiked, it is frequently too late to prevent the drugged individual from falling victim to another crime, such as sexual assault or rape. And furthermore, once someone has been drugged, the controlled substances usually pass through their system overnight, and the presence of these substances is undetectable after the individual first urinates in the morning. It would not be detectable without laboratory testing of hair follicles approximately 30 days after ingestion. While anyone can have their drink spiked, the victims of these crimes are too often women and LGBTQ plus individuals. Due to the challenges of addressing and prosecuting this crime after it has taken place, preventative measures are a common sense way to curb instances of drugging. I kind of look at this as where we were with drunk driving 30 years ago, where we know that there's a crisis. It's too late after it's taking place. What can we do preventatively, legally, and also to raise awareness, to cut down on it, to make the environment safer for everyone? Drug testings like the ones that I have with me today, and I brought examples I'd like to show you, as simple as coasters that have testing on them that you could put a few drops of your drink on to see if there's GBH or ketamine paste in your drink, or test strips themselves. Very simple. They're simple preventative measures that can protect someone from being drugged and being the victim of another crime, such as sexual assault or rape. These devices are able to detect the presence of controlled substances that are most commonly used to spike an individual's drink, such as GBH and ketamine, within a couple of minutes. They're readily available and currently being distributed and sold throughout bars and nightclubs, as well as a number of colleges, universities, U.S. military, throughout the United States and UK. Requiring that these devices be offered for sale at Type 48 licensed establishments is a common sense way to protect individuals from being drugged and falling victim to other crimes. I'm pleased to be joined by Lance Norris, the president of Drink Safe Technologies, one of the producers of the test strips and devices that are being described in the bill. And he is here to in support testifying the bill. I believe he's calling in.